From Washington, this is VOA News. I'm Victor Beattie reporting the U.S. considers a force authorization aimed at defeating the Islamic State group. The Obama administration went to Capitol Hill Wednesday seeking congressional backing for a force authorization aimed at the Islamic State group. Among the officials testifying before the Senate Foreign Relations Committee was Secretary of State John Kerry.
We simply cannot allow this collection of murderers and thugs to achieve in their group their ambition, which includes, by the way, most likely the death or submission of all those who oppose it.
As Mr. Kerry testified, a coalition of Iraqi security forces and Shia militia captured the Iraqi city of Tikrit. The presence of Iranian advisors is disturbing to General Martin Dempsey, Chairman of the U.S. Joint Chiefs.
What happens after the drums stop beating and ISIL is defeated, and whether the government of Iraq will remain on a path to provide an inclusive government for all of the various groups within it. We're very concerned about that.
He says as they advance, the Iranian-backed militia is being watched closely for acts of ethnic cleansing or retribution. Nigeria's President Goodluck Jonathan told VOA Wednesday Boko Haram fighters are being trained at camps in the Middle East run by IS militants. He also predicted that an ongoing multinational offensive will oust Boko Haram from territory it controls in northeast Nigeria within weeks, but declined to say the insurgency defined his first term in office.
It's a major security issue. It's the number one security issue we have as a nation. But definitely you cannot define us. Boko Haram.
Mr. Jonathan is seeking re-election and faces a strong challenge from former military ruler Muhammadu Buhari and a new opposition party, the All Progressives Congress. This is VOA News. The United States says it will provide another $75 million in non-lethal aid to Ukraine. Josh Earnest is a White House spokesman.
Radios and secure communications equipment. It includes some unmanned aerial vehicles that can assist in the defense and protection of Ukrainian forces and will significantly enhance their communication and command and control capability. Counter-mortar radars that provide warning and protection against mortar and artillery fire. And it also includes significant medical equipment, including first aid kits, medical supplies, and even military ambulances.
But it does not include the lethal aid Kiev has requested from Washington to fight Russian-backed separatists. The Obama administration also Wednesday imposed sanctions on a handful of pro-Russian separatists and others blamed for the civil war that has torn apart the country's eastern regions. A member of the Kremlin's Human Rights Council says there are reasons to believe the prime suspect in the killing of Russian opposition leader Boris Nemtsov confessed under torture. Andrei Babushkin says he saw numerous wounds on the body of Zaur Dadayev during a visit to the suspect's prison cell Tuesday. Dadayev, a deputy commander of a special Chechen Interior Ministry battalion, said he planned to plead innocent when he was brought before a judge. Some 5 suspects were detained and questioned about the February 27th shooting death of Nemtsov, a staunch foe of Russian President Vladimir Putin. The European Union Wednesday condemned Nemtsov's killing and the worsening pressure on Russia's opposition. Foreign Affairs official Federica Mogherini.
Russian authorities have not only the duty to conduct a full and transparent investigation into the murder of Boris, they also have to put an end to the climate of suspicion, hatred and intolerance for diversity of opinion.
Despite the detention of the 5 suspects, no information has emerged about a possible motive for the February 27 killing. Nemtsov's allies insist his assassination was ordered at the highest levels of the Russian government. Myanmar is defending a police crackdown on student protesters Tuesday, saying authorities were legally obligated to break up the protest, insisting the incident will have no impact on the country's democratic reform process. Police used violence to break up the protests by students demanding changes to an education reform bill. The crackdown prompted an outcry from Western governments and international rights groups. The United States and European Union have asked Zimbabwean authorities to investigate the disappearance of opposition activist Itai Zamara, forcibly taken by unidentified men from his home in Harare Monday. Zamara had been vocal in his demand that longtime President Robert Mugabe resign. He was arrested last year after delivering a petition demanding the 91-year-old leader step down and pave the way for new elections. I'm Victor Beattie, VOA News.
That's the latest world news from VOA.